Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance on Hardcore mode. We're on part 8. We left off with the trail leading to Ujits, because we were able to track down Ginger. Ginger gave us his info, and we also negotiated Ginger's return to the stable place, place he was a stable boy at, I guess. So yeah, the stable. And so yeah, we are chilling.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund.
There we go. Okay. It's taking a minute to load stuff. Go to Ujits. I'm like right here. Go see Teresa. I can take this path to quickly get to this dude and give him the ring.
Yeah.
Shrine did I just find? I just found this one. It's on the right track.
Yeah.
Probably should have seen it. Herbalist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get the ring to this dude.
God be with you.
Miller Peshek from Ratai sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking bauble. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the... Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece of junk. It was just a test to see if you've got the balls to work for the miller. It's a custom of ours, testing fledglings in the trade with a nice little wild goose chase. We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if you're willing to use your head. Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
What am I to do with these?
Buying and... Not that I...
So if someone
That's the...
Do you need help with any?
Just in time. That you may have heard that Sir Roebuck...
The commander of the guard.
It's like this. I want you to break into the Talmberg arm.
Ah, and once...
He'll see to the commander of the guard, who's the only one with keys and answerable for their safekeeping. Would take at least 5 waffed rocks to make it a proper stink.
Consider it done.
I'll burn them to get rid of the evidence. God be with you.
Okay. Let's go and do that quest now.
Yeah.
In a previous, not really a playthrough, but since the saves have been so wild, that's something I did do before. I did have that discussion in the earlier parts. But I got lost in the save. save it. Now, after a small detour, we'll head north to Regents. There's this horse over there standing up to me. So we are over here. I need to take a hard left. So,
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
This path through here is some trouble last month.
Yeah.
Torso injury. Plate pass from Okay. This is where we are. We just need to keep going up. Yeah, we're gonna try.
Yeah.
Find out where the abandoned lives. We made it. Well, what's his face said that he lived outside of town.
Yeah.
We also know that thanks a lot. Looks like a nice enough place. Quite hilly, for sure.
band-aid you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village, by the road to Rattay. May the Lord watch over you.
Fantastic. He's right here. I did pass him. Looks like something's going down. These people seem upset.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Sakra.
Recognizable characteristic.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Okay, let's get our detective caps on, gang. We have a mystery on our hands.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Another thing about Lubosh. When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Or really just walk around and talk to people. Okay.
Good health to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Leiper. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Probably check on that. I have trouble believing that somebody who drank a lot didn't know anybody in the town.
Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Leiper.
I don't know how I can help.
Who was this Lubosh?
You could see at first glance
Have you noticed anything?
there wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Definitely gonna have to talk to the priest.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck then.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir...
I don't know.
That man Lubosh.
I didn't really know him.
Have you noticed anything?
Come to think of it, he was in church. I was wondering what he was up to.
Do you know what Lubosh...
I was coming from the... He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend...
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in...
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
There's a couple...
Good day to you. Farewell. God be with you.
Doesn't have anything either.
May the Lord
Okay.
watch over you.
I guess I have. Find out more. Well, before I leave, I should.
A bed. A bed. What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning, but who? And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? Armour? Well, it seems Lubosh wasn't your everyday crofter. And judging by the bloodstains, it looks like he lived the way he died.
My respects.
Another thing about... I found armor in his house, covered in blood.
God preserve us. Everyone knows he was a violent oaf, but I never thought he'd stoop to murder. At least he never did that here. Take care now.
Good afternoon. Good luck then.
This is his property.
Yeah.
Where is the church? This is the dude's house. Here to the right. Good folks.
Stop him, someone!
Thief.
You're not getting away from me!
What?
Like being
Are you going to cry now?
Had enough?
Please, leave me be. Come now. We don't have to get all worked up on account of a scrap of cloth, do we?
No excuses. Hand it over.
Here.
You got the thrashing you deserved. I hope you've learned your lesson.
I'll amend my life. From the very foundations, believe me.
You really let him go? Just like that? And did you get the loot back?
I did. I have it here.
Thank you. That thieving magpie. You can't trust anyone these days. And just so you know, I'm no pinch purse. Here's a small reward.
Thanks.
Betty was always good with her.
That's the town we frequented.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir
I don't know nothing.
That's all. Thank you.
God be with you.
Good health to you.
Is there anything suspicious?
Indeed there is. Around here? Oh, and just last night, Father Godwin was here. Farewell.
Maybe I should trade with the innkeeper so I can buy some sandwiches.
Farewell.
These are expensive.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
What about this?
Come now. Just a little more and we have a deal.
Since it's you,
Come now. Just a little more and we have a deal.
since it's you,
That's not enough.
very well, I agree.
Huh?
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubos don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubos was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
But Lubos is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubos was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
May the Lord watch over you.
Do you have any work that needs...
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. I have to deal with a
witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That deviant...
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving...
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
We can't have that.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. Good luck to you.
Good day.
I've come in the name.
Ask all you want.
Who was this?
Those that live by the sword.
Have you noticed any?
Everything about him was...
Do you know what Lub?
How would I know?
Do you know who Lubot?
I don't know.
That's all.
God bless.
My respects to you. May the Lord watch over you.
Cabbage! Lovely, delicious cabbage!
Yeah. Okay. This is describing Ujits. I should go and do that, shouldn't I? It's in here. Can learn word on the door is going to be a clue.
Garlic, beetroot, asparagus!
God be with you.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
Day a countryman, going to the nest of his goose, found there an egg, all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was as heavy as lead, and he was going to throw it away, because he thought a trick had been played upon him. But he took it home. On second thoughts, and soon found his 1,000 acres of gold. For the morning, the same thing occurred. And to make you rich by selling his eggs, to be rich you be greedy, thinking of gator nuts, all of the gold the goose could give. He killed it and opened up to find nothing.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Nullus est liber tam malus, ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Okay. I've learned how to read. So let's go knock the blood on that dude's door. Hopefully it's still there.
To heal, Mutt. Yeah.
Good evening. Goodbye.
God be with you.
May the Lord watch over you.
God be with. Farewell.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest.
Where did that lady?
And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasa Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Reached a new level in drinking. Let's go.
Przyszła bida mora lat. stoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panuje sej smutek, do dnie loi rano utek, niech już małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje brak. Už sej mojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jich učit. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední den. Budeme se bavit a do rána stávit a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem. Tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned a točí se svět. Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh, jeez, I don't want to get into a fight.
Come on, then, man.
I don't know.
Come and get it.
Yeah! Fuck! Is that all you need?
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell? No sooner said than done.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself. Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Well, that happened.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
This was critical to the investigation.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you?
Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something.
What have I forgotten?
Must be something.
Where the fuck am I? What the fuck was it?
Mass! Oh, shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Deal. I kind of want to do it anyway.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Still slightly drunk.
I thought he'd never show up. The swimp.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Greetings, brothers and sisters in Christ. I am here to tell you about Mother Church and to show you through my words how she is falling into decay and abandon, how the once great mother of all Christians is losing her dignity and trading in souls like the merchants in the temple. But I am digressing.
That whelp wants to preach about the church.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumens, hunger and chaos. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they preach. They think sins can be washed away by money, and they sell indulgences, and that's bad, because sins cannot be redeemed with silver.
Prague didn't do much for his confidence.
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you pay enough coin to Mother Church. Look at them. They booze like hypocrites and buy expensive jewels. They servants of God. And that is not right, because Christ preached poverty. And only poverty and temperance are true virtues.
And it was almost getting interesting.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Well, I failed every speech check.
Have you no shame, you pair of buffoons? I'll be writing to the bishop of this. For shame.
Utterly blasphemous.
Can you believe such behaviour? For men of the cloth to get drunk at...
So, is our deal still on?
Are you pulling my fucking pizzle? I couldn't have done worse myself if I'd puked on the alt.
Well, I'm no preacher.
Yeah, I noticed. And I wasn't the only one.
You can't be serious. After all that?
All what? All you making a complete hash of my sermon? You were supposed to help, not get me into even more trouble. Now I'll have the bishop on my back and all the villagers. Just leave. I need to pull myself together.
And what am I supposed to do?
Find someone else to help you.
Well, that sucks.
Jesus Christ be praised. God be with you.
Good health to you.
Father, I wouldn't have expected...
With a stick. Good luck to you.
Sucks.
It
was the wife that flew into a rage. Called the...
Jesus Christ.
I've come in the name.
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young...
That man Lubot.
He was a strange one.
Have you noticed any...
I didn't see much of him.
Do you know what Lub...
I don't think he...
Do you know anyone...
I really don't know.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Greetings.
Can we do something about the price?
Aye?
Since it's you.
That's too much.
That's a sum I can...
Lovely, delicious cabbage! God be with you.
I've come in the name...
I don't...
That's all. Thank you.
God be with you.
Yeah.
God be with you. I'd like to buy a horse.
Well now, have you seen our steeds?
Not yet.
Then go and have a look in the stables.
Good luck to you. Any work going?
Enough for a dozen men. You could take the place of that useless steed.
What happened?
Just found out that he lost our...
Lost it where?
No, Pipe was our...
Oh.
He fell. Banged his head and the horse bolt.
Well, I can't take...
That would be nice of you. If there's anything you need to know, ask that fool.
Right.
Farewell.
God be with you.
How's the head?
So even strangers know my...
Well, it was pretty...
So what is it you want?
I promised the head...
Well, good luck with that. I've been searching half the day.
Can you describe? You did hit your head.
Yes?
I asked you to describe Pie.
Sorry, he's a dappled grey, a stallion.
Quite the opposite. Can you describe... well...
Sorry.
Quite the opposite. Where did you...
Just south of here. Between the fields and the woods, there's a crossroads where 4 paths meet.
4 paths?
Now you see my...
When was that?
In the morning. Then I staggered about for a while, feeling as rough.
Fine, I'll go.
Thanks. If you find him, the groom might...
Well?
Pies used to take in the bridal ways, so I'd keep to those.
That's useful.
Take care now.
Yeah.
Crossroads.
Yeah.
Mr. Garfield!
This'll be the crossroads. So where did Pi go? Maybe he went this way. It's not like I've got anything better to go on. Ah, still fresh. Maybe he went this way. It's not like I've got anything better to go on. I could do with a bite to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he went this way. It's not like I've got anything better to go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're going. Oh, Taylor? Okay. Have fun. Tell her I said hi. Yeah, I know. Lost country.
Yeah.
Let's go some horse.
How's it go?
Have you seen a horse or?
Certainly have. He ran past here heading upstream. Thistle went after him.
Thistle?
A local charcoal burner.
Right.
Take care now.
Hey, get out of here. The horse is mine. God bless. Can I help you?
I'm afraid this horse is a runaway from the Ujit stables. You can't have it.
Fuck off. I don't care where he escaped from. Go find your own horse.
You're a Thistle, aren't you?
Aye? Do I know you?
No. But as I was looking for that horse, I came across the charcoal camp, and they spoke of you.
And what did they say?
Oh, they were laughing at you. They seemed to think you were some kind of moron for leaving your stuff unguarded.
They were laughing at me? The bastards. Thanks, friend.
Anytime.
See you later.
Yeah.
He successfully found a new white horse. And hopefully my horse will listen to me when I whistle for it. I don't have any way to transport two horses.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Bro? Did you just kill that lady?
Good day to you. What do you need? God be with you.
I guess he did, but... Well, I'm not gonna do anything about it. She's already dead.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
There's the horse gate. Does this place have a horse gate?
Good health to you.
I found pie for you.
Dear God! What a relief! Between ourselves, he was none too cheap. I don't know what I'd have done if he was gone for good. Here's something for your trouble.
Thank you. Just try not to lose him again.
We'll do our best. God be with you.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish I could read that. It's all bad. Probably sell it.
Yeah.
Good health to you. Farewell.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it.
Is this enough?
That's better. Drop it a bit more and we'll call it a deal. Tough luck.
Bruh.
I feel quite hungry.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Radishes, carrots, and apples that'll put a smile on your face.
Greetings. What do you need? Of course.
I mean here.
Yeah, right.
In the presbytery.
Yes. So why are you surprised God went?
I'm not.
Take care.
Who's brave enough to try horseradish, hotter than a burning torch? Come now.
What's up, homie?
Hey! Good day to you. What do you need?
The parish priest here in Ujis, he's a peculiar...
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in a brawl and...
I doubt he acquired those skills.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their younger... He probably learned to fight at home before he went to... But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while.
Godwin won't tell me who Lubosh's cronies were. I've reached a complete standstill.
Don't even mention that so-called priest. He knocked out one of my teeth yesterday, and you were there with him. I ought to clap you in the stocks.
I'll go willingly if you stick Godwin next to me. It'd be worth it just to see him suffer.
I can well imagine. I've already told you, nobody came here to see him. But now it occurs to me. I did hear he was tried in Rattay for some mischief or other. Maybe you can find out something there. The scribe might have made a record of it.
Thanks, bailiff. I never thought of that.
And let me give you another piece of advice. Don't go boozing with Godwin again. Good luck to you.
Yay. Sweet. We have a lead. We have a lead, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very good place to end. No longer stuck. Probably will go west just to see what this is. I do need to start knocking out some of these side quests. Just where I probably won't fail this quest. Okay.